Good afternoon, friend. Just a quick share here on epigenetics. So epigenetics is the study of how your behavior and your environment can cause changes that affect the way that your genes work. Now, unlike genetic changes, these epigenetic changes are in fact reversible and they do not affect your DNA sequencing, but they do affect the way that your body reads the DNA sequencing. So just to bring this back to kind of at its most basic level, we know that genes are the basic functional unit of heredity. We've all heard something to the effect of, oh, well, that was passed down through the genes. We associate your genes or your genealogy with our heredity. So now talking about more granularly, where are the genes located? Your genes are found in a subcellular organelle called your chromosomes. We have eukaryotic cells with a cell nuclei, and these chromosomes are within the nuclei of each and every one of our cells. Now, genes are within this subcellular organelle called the chromosomes, are partially responsible for providing instruction to the cell to produce proteins, which we know to be the building blocks of life. Why is this so incredibly important? Because based on epigenetics, this science of epigenetics, what we're trying to say here is that through elevated states of emotion, things like exercising gratitude, love, joy, happiness, being in awe and wonder and states of bliss, all of these things that keep you enamored in life, you can actually upregulate your gene expression. The manner and the way in which your genes found again in this subcellular organelle called the chromosomes inside of the nuclear or the cell nuclei within each and every one of your cells can be upregulated to produce proteins that keep you in growth and repair versus inflammation and disease. This is huge for all of us, right? Every single one of us to know that we have this ability, this way of affecting our lives in such a positive way. Environmentally, our lifestyles, we know, play a big factor in terms of keeping us in balance and homeostasis and equilibrium. And if you've been through lengthened periods of stress in your life, in heightened states of stress and anxiety, we know there's going to be a direct correlation to this affecting you physiologically. And more than likely, it's the end product of your gene expression being downregulated by these lengthened states of stress and anxiety, which are, again, leading to adrenal fatigue and this high sense of cortisol emissions in your bloodstream. So all of this to say, making a case, I believe, to really hone in on our meditative exercises, on our breathing techniques, on our positive psychology, and leaning into this science, which is really in its infancy, of how our behavior and internal dialogue and states of being really does have an effect on our overall state of well-being. So if you want to be well, this is something that you have to try to factor into your life and exercise positive psychology, do away with the sarcasm, try to combat the mindfulness and the compulsive thinking and chatter around things that happened 20 years ago that keep you in low grade frequency of grudgefulness, hatred, jealousy, envy, anything that is low grade and almost makes you come into a slumber just by saying it, because physiologically it's downregulating your gene expression and keeping you in inflammation and disease and leading into all sorts of things that you don't want to be in. I can tell you this firsthand as somebody who has suffered from a lot of anxiety and stress and suffered from the entitlements and the arrogance and all of these things that are self-limiting in so many ways, to then be compounded with all sorts of gastrointestinal issues and other health ailments. So again, just a quick share on epigenetics. Hope that you are enjoying these types of sharings. Again, wishing you nothing but sunny skies. Bye-bye.